Hello everyone, welcome to Colosseum Clash. This is Punktavian. We're here on Twitch with RomanPunks, and our community is all in the chat already. We've got Sagid, welcome, new member. Everyone give a warm welcome to Sagid, Sandfam. We've got D Squad 35, Dangus, CMAC, Tree Frog, and Odie, some old stalwarts. Odie 5000, if you're not aware, is actually living tissue over metal endoskeleton, otherwise known as a cyborg. We've been known to have cyborgs embedded in our community. Certainly embedded in our project. Looking at here, we've got our OpenSea collection. If you go cyborg, or not type, if you go to race and you go cyborg, you will see them. There are 13 cyborgs. In fact, there is a cyborg for each type. Centurion, Gladiator, Soldier, Equestrians, Plebeians, etc. So there is our cyborg family. Odie 5000 is the hive mind central computer that controls them all, and of course will eventually reach his own demise. So yeah, that's the funky. Those are the cyborgs. Then there's the zombies. There are our zombies. So there are 14 types that get represented in each of the races. So there's Gladiator, Soldier, Plebeian, Equestrians, Peregrinus, Freedman, Centurion, Servant Woman, Slave, Patricians. And so there's a zombie for each. There's a cyborg for each. There is an ape for each. And there are the apes. There is a vampire for each as well. And then an alien. There are the vampires. And then there's aliens too. And then other than these guys, they're all normal humans. There you have it. Some are famous, some are not famous. Here are the famous ones. There's all sorts of famous ones from... we've got a collection of different artists from history, from art history. We've got deities, gods. We've got different kings and other Romanesque historical figures. And more to come. We're actually in the collection here on OpenSea. We're very near 1,000, which is the limit. So within the next few weeks here, we're going to be releasing the remaining pieces, and then we'll be at 1,000, and then we'll have a big celebration. Saged asks, are there like magical-ish type RomanPunks? Magical as in like, well, I mean, magic isn't a staple of the RomanPunks empire. It's more of a cyberpunk space-ish time travel project. So fantasy and magic and wands and wizards, not a component of the project. So to answer your question, no. There is no Merlin. No, there is no Dumbledore. There's no Harry Potter. But there are man catchers, and there are water guns, and there are laser cannons, And there's all sorts of random weirdness as well. And that is everything that is RomanPunk. There is also the process of creating these into voxel characters. We have actually a VX collection. There's only one guy on there now because we're still working out the kinks for how to show it properly. When you open it up, you can see it's kind of whited out a little bit. So we're trying to fix how it shows up. And of course, it's a process because we create each one individually. So if there are going to be 1,000 VX equivalents for each RomanPunk, that's going to be quite a time-intensive process, but that's the goal. PD Grows, hello, welcome. Stream won't load. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, indeed. Tree Frog Nada says no elves, but Punktavian told me David Bowie is in there. Yes, well, unofficially, David Bowie is in there. If you can find him and spot him, I think he comes in 2 or 3 different iterations. So that's what we're doing. That's where we're at. We'll continue to mint these remaining pieces over the coming weeks. Our artist is Cleopunctra, my lovely partner, and she's embroiled in a end of semester hellstorm right now. So the output has been limited for the next couple weeks. So there you have it. We are still working on getting these streams going. We have battles to wage. We're going to do the lightweights, the welterweights, the middleweights, the heavyweights, and then do a battle royale. So we'll give everyone a chance to enter their fighters, their wax fighters, and walk away with potentially another wax NFT and a pack. So here is where we're standing. We've got we've done 29. We're on number 30, so that means there are only 10 sessions to go. We will end the current Colosseum Clash season in the end of April. So we keep track of all the winners. If you own an Ethereum piece that wins, then you're going to get airdrops. If you own the wax card, then you get to play here in the chat and join us for the clash today. So let's get going. What we do first is we spin the lightweight wheel and we choose 2 fighters. Those fighters will battle it out with their dice, and then one will walk away lucky. So the first fighter is Linus Lentulus. Give it another spin, pick another fighter. Yeah, Saget, it's a lot to make. It's a little bit overwhelming, but the beautiful thing about this project is that we don't promise any sort of deadline, timeline for anything. We just kind of roll with things. And we enjoy the process as much as even more than the result. So we've got 2 fighters, Linus Lentulus, Nicostratus Nox. So if you have either of those fighters in your Wax wallet, then drop the link into the chat for whichever one you wish to root for. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds. Grab your fighters. So if you're just coming in, you want to know how to do that, well, you go to Wax Atomic Hub and you can search. Let me just open up the public page. RomanPunk's IO on Atomic Hub, and then you can go and see who is there. So we've got Linus Lentulus, the first fighter, and there's a wax card for him. And then you can see view on market. So there's one there for 7 wax, $2.11. So if you don't have Linus, then you can grab him for a song and play, or else perhaps you would like Nicostratus Nox. Nicostratus Nox. There you go. He is there for $4.97. So that's how you play Colosseum Clash. So who do we have in the running? We've got Dangus playing for Nico, Casper, Odie, Tree Frog, Firsted, Prof for free, Teddy Shouts, and D Squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. All right, 50-50, half on one side, half on the other. Good stuff. Let's pull up our battle board. First fighter, Linus, Lentulus. 6 dice, and what you got? 20. That's pretty weak. Definitely beatable. Nico Stratus Nox. Let's see what you can roll here, buddy boy. 22, so Nico Stratus takes it with a 22. That means one of Dangus, Tree Frog, Versted, or Prof for free will spin to win the wax card today. So moving on, we've got our welterweights. Let's change up the wheel and pick 2 welterweights. They have a attack power of 7. Sagad says, I've seen some promising Project VX than realized would be too much for the quantity of Genesis made. Yes, exactly. A lot of generative stuff is coming out, right? But we are not going the generative route for this yet, anyway. Never say never, but for now we're not going to do generative. So Yulia Azamor is our first welterweight. Yulia is first welter, and let's spin for another. Saged says, my first time seeing this. Oh yeah, for sure. It's takes a little bit to get into, for sure. But at the end of the tournament, we will be giving away some prizes for anyone. You don't have to own any NFTs or anything. You just have to be in the chat. So Cybek Ernemu will be there with Yulia Azamor. Tree Frog Nada says, did you say that the wax card prize is yet? No, I didn't, because there is not one. It is to be announced. It was such a lovely, wonderful day today. I had to go out instead of minting a new character. So that'll have to wait. D Squad 35 says Yulia. Dangus for Cybek. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Yulia Azamor, few on market, 22 wax. Number 5 mint though, it's not too bad. And we've got Cybek. Cybek is... Oh, there's one for 3,321 wax. What a steal of a deal. Yeah, so... Cool, yeah, welcome. And nice to see all of the others here. Versted, thanks for joining us. Prof for free. Casper, good stuff. Welcome back. You've got 15 seconds left, folks. so we've got 6 players, and 4 of them for Yulia. Let's get Yulia up there first. Give her an extra dice. And it's going to be a 20. That's pretty weak. Gotta do better than that if you want to play this game. Well, Cybek Ernamu is up. Cybek is feeling lucky today. And 27 takes it handily. Alright, there we go. D-Squat, Dirt, Dangus, and Teddy are sitting pretty. So let's get over to our wheel and spin for a middleweight now. Saiga, it says I'm tuned in while I create, so I'm going to learn how it works. Alright, that's cool. It's nice to have a little background stuff going on. I'm going to do some creating today as part of the stream at the end, so you'll have a chance to see how we do it as well. So Gus Ghoul is our first middleweight. Let's see who else comes up here. I think we saw Gus Ghoul last time, didn't we? We did, too. And the next one is Glaucus Telos. So, Gus and Glock. There are the names. Drop those links in the chat if you wish to participate in this round. You've got 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock starting now. Telos. Glaucus Telos. Alright, that's a pricey fellow. And who else do we have? We've got... the vampire. Gus Ghoul. Gus is sitting at, 39 wax for the lowest. There he is there. Alright, who is playing for the middleweights today? Dangus is here with Gus. Dangus never misses a stream. D-Squad either. Odie for Telos. For Stead as well. Casper. Teddy. Gus. And Tree Frog as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 22 seconds left if you want to get in a entry. Odie complaining again that the process is rigged and unfairly advantageous for everyone else except him. We've got to keep the cyborgs on edge, though. We can't provide them with any benefits, for they're already shooting with a low handicap. The first player is going to be Gus Ghoul. Let's get Gus up there. Gutsy boy. The sunk cost fallacy. Oh, getting academic on us now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are our 8 dice for Gus. And it comes out with a 32. That's not too shabby. Doable. How about Glaucus Telos? The Lycian soldier. And it's 31, not quite. Sorry, Glaucus Flans, you couldn't make it. Rigged against Odie every time, right? Gus Ghoul takes it. Next up are the heavyweights. Grab your swords and shields. It's time to roll for a couple heavy hitters. Who are we going to get today? Some aliens, some cyborgs. Oh, we're going to get Hiran Vabala as our first heavyweight. Hiran Vabala. Shuffle again, see who else we get. Clock is running down, and it's going to be Ludo Preconius. Can't go wrong with a laser rifle, that's for sure. Alright, we've got Hiran Vabala and Ludo Preconius. There are the names in the chat for you. Timer is on, starting now. Who are you going to play? Ludo Preconius. Woe to the vanquished. Oh, that's a pricey fellow. $99.99 or $199. Woe to the vanquished is a famous Roman expression translated as Ve Victus, which means that if you lose a battle, then the other side can basically do whatever they want. Destroy your towns, basically F you right up. Basically an understanding that if you lose a battle, you're toast. So here it's not woe to the vanquished, but woe to the vanquished alien, as many alien and cyborg and zombie references are embedded in the RomanPunk characters, but in a way that tries to meld some Roman historical literature stuff with it. You've got 10 seconds left. 9 to get your entries in. Hiran or Ludo. Three on three. That's right. And motivation not to lose, because if you lose, you're basically finished with. There will be no quarter for you. Let's get our first fighter up there. Hiran. Nine dice for the heavyweight. And it's going to be a soft roll of 30. Wide open for Ludo. Wide open. 36, Savage. Ludo takes it handily. And there you have it, folks. So Odie, Verstead, and Tree Frog will be one of the recipients today of the prize. Let's go and select our winners. We've got the lightweights here. There are 4 folks on that winning list. And let's get those names shuffled and spin. The winner of the lightweights is Dangus McGus. Congrats, Dangus. Another win in your belt. Next is the welterweights, Dangus and Teddy. Give that a spin. And it's Dangus again. Woo! Dangerous Dangus McGus today, just cleaning up. Next up, we've got in the middleweights, there's Dangus, D-Squad, Teddy, and Tree Frog. Is Dangus going to go do her hat trick today? Stranger things have been known to happen. Oh, savage. Dangus takes the hat trick. Oh, and I didn't show you the wheel. There's the proof. It happened. Dangus McGuss. Well, he's not going to take the heavyweight, though. It'll be Odie Verstead or Tree Frog walking away with the win today on that one. Show you the wheel this time. All right, give that a spin. And Odie is just cheated out of it, and it's going to Verstead. Congrats on the win. All right, so we've distributed our winners. Dangus times 3 and Verstead. The prize is TBA. I haven't made it yet, so you'll see what that is next time. Let's move on to our Battle Royale, where we're going to give away a RomanPunk Fighter Pack. So we're going to spin that wheel 4 more times. We're going to open up the Battle Royale wheel, which has all of the fighters on it. Give that a spin and see who else we get. We already have Nicostratus, Cybec, Gus, and Ludo. Next up is Zula Jugurtha. Coming up as fighter number 5. Give it another spin. Are cyborgs able to cry? Has that been programmed into your emotional response? I don't know if tears might rust your inner workings. Recommended not to cry. But if you really feel like you have to, then don't let us stop you. Alright, Jerome Bardilis, fighter number 6. Fighter number 7 coming up here. Tears of Oil. And it's going to be Vorn Musa. Vorn Musa, fighter number 7. And fighter number 8 is going to be... Livius Felix, the weakling there. But stranger things have happened. So there are our 8 fighters. I'm going to paste those names into the chat for you. You've got your timer starting now. Choose your fighter. Drop the link in the chat and it'll get your name on the entry list. Going to be Nicostratus, Nox, Cybec, Ernamu, Gus Gold, Ludo Praeconinus, Zula Jugurtha, Jerome Bardilis, Foreign Musa, or Livius Felix. Prof for free is failing Nicostratus today. Bold play. Going for the outside win. Poppin' Stock just joining us. Not too late for the Battle Royale, though. Cybec, Ernamu. We've got Verstead for Ludo. As is Odie, 5,000. Dangus, feeling Gus. Poppin' Stock, filling in for Vorn. And Shiloh is playing for Jerome. D-Squad playing for Ludo. Tree Frog as well. And Teddy shouts. Odie, please stop selecting Ludo. Ludo is not going to win today. I predict a upset. Casper playing for Livius Felix. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 players. 10 links. Let's get our first one up there. That's going to be Mr. Nox, the Night Manager. Nicostratus Nox with your measly 6 dice. 24. That's pretty measly. Cybek Ernamu is playing for the house today. Seven dice for you and rolling. 22, weak. Not helping us out there much, Cybek. Next up is Gus Ghoul. Gus, the Gus man. Give him an extra and rolling for 30. Whew. Not too shabby. Dangus sitting in pretty good shape there. Could be better, but you know what? Very, very likely that there could be some bed shatting happening right now with Ludo. Everyone's holding on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold fast. Hope his aim is true. Oh, 32 takes the lead, but just by the hair. There is an opportunity for someone to walk away with it still. Zula Jagurtha has a chance here. 7, I believe it is a welterweight. And yes, it is. 23, not gonna do it. What about Jerome? Come on, Jerry, what you got? Jerry Jerome, Bardillas. 5, 4, 6. He's rolling with a 7 as well. 25, weak sauce. Sorry, Shalo. Vorn Musa, though, is up next. Vorn Musa, what you got? Rolling with 8, so there's a big chance here for Vorn to take it. And 30, oh, not quite. Not quite. It's looking like Ludo is in very good shape to walk away with it. But don't give up on Livius Felix. If you roll big, you can still take it. And no, it's not going to happen. So the winner is Ludo Preconinus. And that's going to be one of Versted, Odie, D-Squad, Tree Frog, or Teddy. Alright, there are our players. Give that a little shuffle. And it looks like it's going to Odie 5000. Not completely rigged against him after all, is it? Alright, Odie, you have to drop your little wham in the chat for me. And I'll get that pack sent right to yous. I make a point not to memorize people's WAM's address. Or else I'll just be dreaming them. Alright, that's rolling to ya. Alright, we're going to give away some more wax fighter packs here, as well as some blending coins. So for those of you who are not aware how it works, we have a blending system here through NFT Blocks, which is the other minting and NFT management website like Atomic Hub. So you're either, if you're on Wax, you're either on Atomic Hub or NFT Blocks, preferably both, because NFT Blocks has lots of cool things you can do. Like on NFT Blocks, we can make packs, we can make blends, and then we can make drops. So if you want to blend, you can go to Nifty Blocks following our link tree, which is the best place to get to any of our links, linktree/RomanPunks, and then you go to Nifty Blocks, and then you get to our blends, and you can see you're blending different common NFTs or lower rarity NFTs up into more rare ones. So let's say, for example, we want to do a blend. We just do a blend right now and see what happens. So let's go to Nifty Blocks. Let's see. We've got, so we can, if we don't have any coins, we can buy the coins here, or you can earn them on the Discord through engagement, and you can buy them in our Discord store. If we go here to blends, there we can see these are the different blends that we have available. So I'm not sure what I have in my wallet right now, so let's see what we can do here. Here we need a gold. For this one, we need a gold blending coin and a rare civilian. So here we've got a rare civilian, Geo Lambo, mint number 18, and we've got a gold coin, and then that'll produce a common fighter. So let's take those two, and then let's blend them. Blend successful. So let's take a look. Oh, and there we've got our new fighter, Nagelus Calubra. There he is. Now let's see if we can blend Nagelus up into something. So if we take a common, let's see here, rare fighter. No, we don't have a blend for that. So here you can see what all the recipes are. So if you take a, if you want to make a rare fighter, you have to do a rare civilian or an epic civilian. If you want to make an epic fighter, you have to use an epic. So once you're at the fighter, then that's terminal. You're not blending the fighters because you're not burning them. You're keeping the supply constant. Bursteads asks, can you obtain epic civilians? It's the thing that's been catching me. Yes, it's a really good question. The reason that you can't blend epic civilians yet is that we haven't made that blend yet, because actually we are still working on that, because see here where it's pre-minted pools, what we need to do is we need to add all the NFTs to the pools. But the reason we were holding off on the epic civilians is that we wanted to mint more of them, because we realized that we didn't have enough epic civilians in our collection to make it worthwhile. So we've just been busy minting new ones. So if you go here to our Atomic Hub and you look at civilians, you'll see like lately we've been minting a lot more epic civilians here. Gene Gangrene is up here. We've got Polyxena Pus. You know, a bunch more epic civilians that you'll see. So we're almost there. I think we've got about, let's see here. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So about 20 that we want to mint. Good news though is that I have learned, because honestly we're still trying to figure things out, I have learned that you can add things to the pool after. So we can open up the blending pool and we can still continue adding things to it later, because I was worried that, oh, once you create the blends in the pool, that's it. you're not able to edit it, but you are able to add things to the pool later. So that's motivated us to get those up sooner rather than later. So stick around for that announcement, aiming for the end of the week as well. The other cool thing is that the legendaries will also be blendable, so you'll be able to blend up into the famous ones too. You'll be able to get, so we've been minting the more famous. The mythicals you won't be getting because those are not blendables. The mythicals only have a max supply of 8. They won't be part of the blends. You can win mythicals in giveaways as well as get them in the packs that we will be releasing in the near future. So there are also mythicals available in the fighter packs you're opening now. So you have a small chance to get a mythical from fighter pack. I don't know how many are still left unclaimed, but there will be some out for sure. Good stuff. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to open up some Sandbox, Vox Edit, give you a little inside look at what we're doing for how we're preparing our RomanPunk's VX pieces for the marketplace. And if we have time, we'll take a little look at the game maker and see what we can do in the Colosseum. We're trying to plan out how we can make it into a social experience or a multiplayer experience with different types of activities on there. So we're going to take a look at that as well if we have time. And then we will do some giveaways throughout. So if you're listening in and you're participating in the background, then just wait for the call and I'll ask you to drop something in the chat to enter you for the giveaways. Just let me pull up this window here. Where are we here? Okay. Having trouble seeing that. Yes. Not loading. All right, let's see here. Aha, there it is. All right, there is our Vox edit. You can see that open now. Let me just resize this a little bit. All right. We go. So this is our Vox edit. What we've had to do is do some funny business in order to prepare these assets to be viewable on the market. Because what happens if you create them on, let's just say, let me just show you something here. If we go to OpenSea and we go to our VX collection and we go add item. Okay, and then if what we do is we just add the voxel edit, or add the voxel as it's exported from Vox Edit, you'll see how it shows up. It'll show up like, oh, did I remove that one? Yes, you see how it's showed up reversed like that, right? So we need to adjust it so that when they get added to this marketplace, and we're not necessarily going to be using the OpenSea one either. We're looking into another minting option, but regardless, it's going to show up facing the wrong way. We don't want that to happen. We want them to show up facing forward. So, you know, in order to overcome that, there's something that we have to do on Vox Edit. Here, let's do this one. Okay, so let's try it out now. So let's open up one of our models. So you have to essentially create a new asset. So let's go into Cleopatra. Let's just call this Cleo backwards. All right, so then what we do is we go here, import hierarchy, and we take it from this Cleopatra. Okay, so here we have Cleopatra. Let's see, she's facing front. So if we were to export this as GLTF, that, and then we go over to back to OpenSea and we try to add that. Where'd she go? Alright, that didn't save it in the right folder. Let's try that again. Okay, Geo. There it is. Okay. So there it is. So you can see what happens when you just export it normally like that. She's turned away backwards and the wrong animations are showing up. So what that means we have to do is we have to remove the animations. So here we are on idle, as we should be. So we want to do this is delete every animation but the current one. So let's go ahead and do that. And then let's try export that again without any of those animations. See if that fixes it. All right, let's try a different one. Let's go back, add new. All right, so there she is with no animations. So she's correctly not having any animations, but the problem is that there still is a backwards situation there. So now what we can do is go back, and then we can go to controller, go to inspector, and then we can go rotate 180 degrees. There, she's turned around. There's some lag on that by the looks of it. Anyway, so she's turned around. So now let's export that. Try again. So now if we go to OpenSea, try add an item. There she is, facing the right way and turned the right way. Now, you can see that it is kind of, it's too bright, it's too white. So this is what's stopping us from this is going further with actually minting these, because you can see the same problem is happening here with Evander Primus. It's too bright. So what we need to do is we need to go into Light Tracer, and we need to edit the brightness and change how it appears in Light Tracer. So it's taken us probably, I would say, the better part of 6 weeks just to figure out how to turn these around, and how removing the animations and making them 180 degrees will allow them to show up properly on OpenSea. So it's taken us 6 weeks just to figure that out. So now we're at the point where we can at least get them facing the right way, but we also need to fix how they appear. And in order to do that, we need to get Light Tracer. So Light Tracer is an app that renders 3D art, and we'll give you a preview of the art, a preview image of it with the way you want it displayed with the lighting and background, right? Like you can see how these are, you know, displayed with the right lighting on them, because how to look at a piece of 3D art, it depends on how the lighting is facing it to see, you know, to show how it look, to have it look the way you want it to look. So there is an online web-based version of Light Tracer, but it doesn't work for us. So we're going to have to face the music and get the downloadable version and play with that. So that can be for a future stream. We can show you the process we're using for how to work with Light Tracer to get these VX assets ready to go. I mean, we don't want to just throw them up willy-nilly without, you know, the proper system looking the way we want them, because if we're going to be making 1,000 of these things, we want it to be from the very first one done properly. You know, and then also in terms of, you know, the information, like we haven't added any details to this yet. Another thing we're going to add is, you know, we're going to have unlockable content. So if you buy or own this asset, you'll be able to get the original version of it, all the files. So you'll basically be able to use it in your own sandbox experiences, or you know, for an avatar or whatever you want to do going forward. So it'll be, you know, there'll be ownership of it, and it can be used however you want. The other thing is we will have links. So this is where you know, we'll link the external link. It will be to the Wax character page, so you'll be able to see, oh, the information about this character, the description of it as a Wax card. So it is linking all the ecosystems together on the different blockchains. And that's what we're working on, different ways to combine different blockchains and have them all used for different purposes. All right, so I think it's about time to do some giveaways. We're going to start off by giving away a blending kit. So that will be 1 civilian and 1 silver blending coin on Wax. So you can go ahead and try out a blend. So if you want to participate in that, then just type in the chat !! play. Saged says, can I show you this one asset I made a few weeks ago? Yes, you by all means. If you have a link, then just drop it. And I'll be happy to show it off if you want to tell me all about it. All right. Okay, here is Saged's. What do we have here? We've got a house looking very, very nice. It kind of looks like an Xbox. Very cool. So this is an asset that was created on Vox Edit. It was a futuristic house concept. Nice. I like it. And is there detail inside of it too? Living in a console. Yeah, cool. Very neat. Working a little in Light Tracer. Okay. So this is not a sandbox asset per se. This is not created in Vox Edit. It was in Vox Edit. Oh, okay. But you so how did you export that and render it into in Light Tracer as GLTF? Great. Yeah, so that's what we'll be having to do with ours to render them, export them, and then render them so that they'll look the way we want them to look on the marketplace. All right, let's go ahead and spin this wheel here. First, Ed, you missed the giveaway entry, I believe. So just hit !play to be entered into that. I got it now. Good stuff. All right, let's go and run that wheel. We're giving away a silver blending coin and a civilian to Teddy because he doesn't have enough of them already. Teddy, drop your address in there and we will send these right your way. All right, let's go to our creator. Pull a civilian. And 1 silver coin. There you go. There is your blend package. You got a silver coin and a civilian right at you. Feel free to blend them if you wish. Or not. It's up to you. So taking a look back at our Vox Edit. Let's set up the next one. So we've got Cleo is in good shape, ready to be rendered. And let's go backwards. Yes, we want to save that. Now we can create a new one. All right, so we've got Capaneus backwards now. So we go to root, want to import hierarchy, and import Capaneus Cato. There's Capaneus Cato. The Centurion. An angry Centurion, if there ever was one. If you look at, let me just show you his equivalent piece. There is his equivalent piece. So you can see how we modeled the voxel assets on the 2D RomanPunks. Even with the facial expressions intact. Herstead says, at this rate, Teddy may start a small business where he charges a nice yet reasonably modest fee to upgrade your civs. Family owned and operated, yes. Hey, as long as we get our share, then he can blend away. So we've got here Capaneus Cato. Let's see here now. Not sure if I like that orange on there like that. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, we've got quite a few that we would want to change there. His hands and his feet. It's just a little bit too much orange, I think. Oh, I'm having vertigo. So let's pause on him for now. And then let's open up another. Canute. Let's try Canute. Alright, there is Canute. Looking proper. With the right facial expression. There it is. There's the voxel version of Canute Calusa. Vardan VX will be elite. You better believe it. So let's go ahead and remove the animations and then give her a 180 treatment. Oh, we have to select controller first. Give her the 180 treatment and export GLTF. Should be good to go now. If we go over to our OS to check it out. Where are we here? Oops. There she is, ready for Light Tracer. So we figured out how to make them face the right way with the right animations what we need to do in Light Tracer is fix the lighting and the rendering of the 3D object, as well as make a preview image. And the other things we want to do is we want to match the background color. So if you look at Knut's OpenSea, or rather Ethereum 2D piece background, there is this cyan color. So in the rendering, we want to have that background represented in the asset, in the preview of the asset, as well as in the GLTF rendered, rather than have this white background. It will have this nice cyan color instead. First Ed says, you simply hand design based on picture, you don't upload profile pic on face. No, exactly. So we do hand design it. So if you go to the face, and you can see, you know, it's just basically drawn on, because the only thing that is three-dimensional there is the nose, you know. So if you go to head, you can see there's the head, and we can edit the head. So here we're just editing her head. We can change what we want to see. So you can go here to paint. You can change different colors. Right. See, you're just basically drawing the face on like that. Now, if you, you know, and to match the colors, to match the colors, what we do is, we've got this here. So we just open that up. We could just open that up in Photoshop. And then we get the, here, go like that. And then we can go like this and see, okay, here is the color of the skin. So we've got the hex code here, and we can go like this, and we can say, oh, we want this color. So it's the same hex code that we just enter here, so it will be an exact match. And that's how it's done. Firstead says, Sandbox doesn't force a flat face or nose. You could do an ape with a brow that sticks out too. Totally. Yes, we definitely can do that. For the aesthetic that we were going for with these guys, we went with the flat face design. But of course, you know, if you're looking at other characters that have more three-dimensional things going on, certainly it's not going to be the same way. So if we go and we open, see what we can do here. Maximus. We're going to import hierarchy. All right, so here is Maximus. So if we look at his head, you can see that, you know, he's got the helmet drawn on. Over top of his face. So we could, you know, remove it if we wanted to. Oops. And you can see he has like a real face under there. Maximus has been revealed. Right? Yeah, so basically just drawing that over top. So there's Maximus, and then each one of his items, you can see how there's this hierarchy. Like basically, it just follows a template. If we go here to templates, we see these are the templates that we start with. We've got medium human, so we're basically just creating a new medium human and then drawing the different parts on them. Or we can do a large human, because we do have a Cyclops. So the Cyclops is a large human, or a giant human, I think might be a giant human. But for now, most of them are just medium humans that we're working with. Who else do we have here? We can show you. Here we've got Mark Antony. So Mark Antony's got shades. Yeah, so you can see he's got his shades drawn on there. There's a little laurel wreath. And then if you look, you can see there is the original Mark Antony. Even got the little chin. The Clooney chin. So that's how that works. Saga, it says, I'm excited to see more of these, especially the zombies. For sure. Hype. First Dad says, is there a rudimentary base to build off? Yes, exactly, as I just showed you. Do you purchase these assets to be able to use and build with the sandbox? Are they stock? I know people literally buy the assets to use to build place on property. Yes. There are default templates that you use. So you start out with the template. So if we go to template, we go medium human. Let's just go temp, create that medium human. So here we go. Here is a basic template that we start with that has all the pieces that we want. Now, if what we want to do is edit the head, then we can do that. If we want to edit the chest, we can do that. But if we want to recycle things, like let's say we want to make, we want him to have the same armor as someone else, we can that's not what I wanted to do. We can import that because each one of these items is a separate file. So you can recycle a lot of the pieces that you have from others that you've created before. Like if you want, if you have the same toga or whatever, you can just recycle it, even though he has a different head on him. So here, if we go here, it says replace model. There's a head. If we go into here, and we just put Cleopatra's head on him, right? There it is. Now he's got Cleopatra's head. So you can see how it can be done with a generative project, as generative art. Where we can just, what am I doing here? We can go place model. We can give him Didymus Pictor's head. And then we can just give him whatever chest we want. So you get it. You can see how it's all modular, and then there are these templates you can use, like to start with, or you can just create something from scratch, right? You just essentially create new asset, start with a blank template. And then here we have, you know, we have this space, so we can set how many pixels we want it to be. So if we wanted to build like, you know, like a room or something, we could just do that. Start off by just placing blocks down, right? In whichever way, whichever colors. So yeah, but preferably we would want to not have to start from scratch, just because it's a pain in the ass. So we want to recycle like as much as we can and use other templates. So that's why it's beneficial if you get a RomanPunk VX NFT, then you get the files, so you can import and you can use that as a, you know, as a base to build your own characters if you wanted to. If you wanted to do some Roman themed thing yourself, there you've already got a starting point. So that's Vox Edit. I'm not going to bore you all to death with any more Vox Edit work today. What I am going to do is open up another giveaway for you folks. So if you want to enter into this giveaway, we're going to do another blending pack. We're going to give you a gold coin and a common civilian this time and see what you can blend up to. So if you want to be in this giveaway, !play in the chat and we'll get you on the wheel. All right, we've got Dangus, Shiloh, Aldrak, D-Squad. Who else is in here? Oh, and Prof. Thanks. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's spin that wheel. Let's see if it goes to Teddy again. We've been giving things away to Teddy and Dangus today, like it's going out of style. Verstead is winning the NFTs today, so drop your address in the chat. We'll mint you a fresh gold coin. And one civilian to play with. Already sent the coin. Get the civilian now. Alright, there you go. Happy blending, Verstead. We're going to shut down the stream here shortly. But firstly, let's just take a quick look at where we're standing with the Game Maker. So that's the Vox Edit. We also have Game Maker, which is where we actually build our land and the space that we use to put those voxel pieces on. So here is our Colosseum experience, which is actually on page, I think, 615. If you want to play it, Gladiator Bloodsport. It's a playable game that you can play with missions and objectives and stuff. But I wanted to show you just the space that we have, because what we're doing, see that experience that you just saw was made for a game jam entry, unsuccessful one, but still made for a game jam entry. But we do have this Colosseum space that we're working on building into a social hub. In order to do that, what we're going to do is see down here, we've got all this space down here. It's kind of like a club. So we're going to make this into kind of like a gallery where we can showcase NFTs from people's collections, you know, and then use that as promo. So if we wanted to say like, oh, if so-and-so project wanted to show off all their NFTs, they can invite all of their people to our sandbox space, you know, and then come down here and take a look at everything, and then have contests and races and stuff like that as well. Yeah, so you can see we've even got a little DJ down here. Where is he? DJ Petapor. And then there's like, yeah, there's a maze in here, so, you know, we can have, like, people have to get through the maze in order to get to the gallery. And then what I'm planning to do now is make some climbing stuff to take advantage of this upper level, because right now nothing is really, it's not really being used for anything, so we want to build some climbing stuff so that we can have races and contests. So what I'm actually trying to figure out now is how to make a copy of this, because if you go back and see, I'm not sure if anyone knows, if Sagad knows, or anyone knows how to do this, or if you can, because you can see here, this is a created experience that we don't want to change it. We don't want to alter it, because it's done, it's made, it exists, right? But we want to use the space as a template for creating a new multiplayer experience. So, you know, there's no copy button. So if we edit it, then we're just essentially changing everything about that experience, and then it will cease to exist. So it'll just overwrite everything. So we want to be able to edit this experience, make it into something new, without overwriting everything. And so that's kind of the conundrum that I'm in right now, how to do that, because we're happy with what we have here. We want to, you know, we have this as like something that we've made, it's on our resume, and it's something that we can use, because we want to have different types of multiplayer experiences in this space. We have this game jam experience, we're going to have a social hub multiplayer experience, like I just told you, and then once Sandbox figures it out and has that ability, we can have a PvP, player versus player arena, where we can have a quest where you actually have to fight other players, and it can be a play to earn experience where, you know, you're moving up in the ranks in the Gladiator arena. But PvP isn't done yet, and they don't have a very good fighting mechanic even in place yet, so that is still pending. But the good thing is that we have the space for it. You know, like someone has once said, if you build it, they will come. And so that's what we're looking at right now. We have a space with a floor plan and everything where we can have different gladiator arenas, gladiator matches here. We even have a little elevator that goes down into the training area. So, you know, all this can be built into a pretty cool experience. You know, we even have our little Cyclops, as I was mentioning earlier, we've got our Cyclops blacksmith. You know, so we're ready to have a gladiator PvP experience. It's just that Sandbox is not there yet, so we're ahead of the game. Verstat says, so you guys are working on ETH pieces, ETH Vox pieces, entire Colosseum, playing on a new wax ass song with life. You guys stay busy. Yes, for sure. All that stuff. Yeah, in terms, and then also my other businesses that I have to pay the bills as well, because everything that goes into RomanPunks, all the sales and everything, it stays in crypto. It doesn't go back into fiat. So, Prof for Free says, now that you've put in so much effort, I have to give up my stance of staying away from the Sandbox game. I think the future of the community is concentrated on that medium. Yes, that was our thought when we first started diving into it back in the summer. Wish that we had picked up more land. You know, we have a couple plots of land, but, you know, and that's still something. But it seems that a lot of blue chip projects are developing their assets on Sandbox and experiences on it. You know, you've got all the main projects you can think of that have something going on Sandbox. So that we just thought, like, we want to build RomanPunks into something visual that people can take in, but we don't have the expertise to develop a whole game from scratch, nor is that necessarily advisable, because you know how many shit games there are out there. So if we already have a game that has a development stuff going on, like Minecraft, sort of like a crypto version of Minecraft, we can just skin it and build our experience onto it. And we already have a system that we can implement it on. We don't need to have developers create something from scratch. So what we would like to do from scratch is we would like to build a card game with the trading card stuff we have on Wax, and make that into something that isn't 3D, that it's more analog. It's more like a traditional style of like trading cards, playing cards, like a tabletop game. And so that's what the plan for the Wax will be, is to use the Wax collection once it's complete to have those cards with each card has a different value and power attached to it. And then we can also create new schemas that will be other things like weapons and benefits to build a whole card playing ecosystem, and do that on Wax. But as for the 3D gaming stuff, that is what we're doing on Sandbox with Ethereum, because it's just there, it's available, and there's tons of resources for it and support for it and networks for it. So it just seems to make the most sense to us. So far, so good. So far, Sandbox has been rewarding, and the community has been great too. So we're going to keep doing that. Building up in these spaces is what we want to build this into something that we can show it off. Like, because apart from me just showing you this in Twitch, it's not getting much exposure for the project, because if people see this, they'll be impressed by it. They'll see that we've done something significant, and we want to be able to translate that into, you know, increasing sales for our OpenSea collection and our other pieces. So we are working on that social hub idea to connect with other projects and be able to build the community up by showing things off in this space. People can say, oh wow, these guys actually are doing something cool, blah 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 blah, right? They don't just have profile pics, blah blah blah. So that's where we need to be. That's what we're working on and we're doing. and we'll be able to show things off on Twitch as we're building them. That's what I would like to start doing more, is not just be building in the back rooms, but doing more building more live building on Twitch, so that we can show the process to you. For anybody who is interested in developing stuff on Sandbox themselves, you'll be able to watch and learn, and then we're all like, I'm by no means an expert, so if people are watching, then they might be able to give us tips too. Just like other projects out there we've connected with, like Monochrome, King of Crypto, Rock 808, some other Sandbox oriented project fams that they do a lot of development and building on through their Twitch streams. So that's something we'd like to incorporate sooner rather than later. We also have to figure out how to fit that in with the Colosseum Clash, because if we're just doing stuff that's at the tail end of the Colosseum Clash streams, then it might turn some people away, because it's better to have the stream focus on one thing at a time. So we'll do just the Colosseum Clashes on one day, and then we'll do only Sandbox stuff on another day, so that won't be just like a hodgepodge of different things going on. I think that'll also benefit, so that right off the bat we can say, oh, this is a Sandbox related stream. If you're interested in Sandbox, here you go. If not, then you don't have to waste your time tuning in. First Ed says, this is incredible, thank you. Like a Minecraft mega build makes you feel but a little more, because it's like an experience. Yeah, and I think their graphics are better than Minecraft. You just ask my opinion, but it seems just crisper. Colosseum with hollow corporate billboards. Idea of Rome go at seeing in 3D something else. Yeah, no, thank you. It's for sure. I was, like super happy to see all the neon colors coming out, because this is essentially what we had envisioned. Is RomanPunks is, it's inspired not only by CryptoPunk but also by cyberpunk. So it's a Roman-esque cyberpunk, right? So it's essentially like a dystopic world of, alternate history, time traveling world where, as if the Roman Empire never fell, or it was, invaded by time travelers and zombies, and there you have it, right? People from the future, and this is what you get as a result. Draw for free. Is this a browser game? Do I have to buy it on Steam? Yes, it's not. Well, it's neither. It's neither a browser game nor you buy it on Steam. You just go to sandbox.game, actually. If you go to sandbox.game, and then you go to create, you download Game Maker, and then from Game Maker, you're able to access all the other experiences as well as make your own. Like if you go, this is Game Maker you're looking at now. If you go to in Game Maker, if you go to, come on now, Drafts Gallery, this is where you go to find other people's projects that they've made. Right, so I think ours is on like page 600 and where is it? It's a really stupid way of being able to access everything. But it's all they have for now. Yeah. So yeah, if you go to, I think, no. And then it always gets moved up. Like when they create new ones, yours gets pushed further back. So we are at, here, we're at stage 628 now. So if you go into this, you can go play. You'll actually be playing our experience that's live that anyone can get to. So the one we were looking at before was in the edit version. Now we're in the live version. So anyone can go play this. Page 628 of Game Maker. And then you can play through the RomanPunk's experience. So there are quests. Actually, you've got to go through the quests. Go talk to the Centurion. Now I've got to go beat up a bunch of guys in the market. So you can see that the battle mechanics are very rudimentary. It's just basically hack and slash. Alright, so now I can go back and get my sword. Oh yeah, you can put like NFT pictures up on the wall. Alright, so now you got a sword. Got a Gladiator now. So now I have another quest. Shock. No, it'd be nothing. No, so I have to go train. So I have to go to the Hypogeum. And train up. So there's a bunch of gladiators training in here. Cyclops. There's treadmills. And there's a doctor. Fill up. Yeah, so that's that. I think we're going to do one more giveaway and then we'll call it a day. So if you want to enter into the giveaway, !play, and I'll get you on the wheel. This time we're going to do a platinum giveaway. So we will award, let's see, what are we doing here? We're going to make for a platinum and a common civilian, so you'll be able to blend up into a fighter. Alright, 5 seconds and then we will get that wheel going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. 7 names. Any more entries? 2 seconds. 1 second. And we're gonna spin now. Alright, D Squad picks up the blending package. Drop your wham and we'll get those right to you. 1 civilian and 1 platinum coin. Alright, there you go. That's coming your way, fam. Let's see who we can raid. We've got... Oh, Cody Zane is on. We should probably give them a raid. We've also got Rock 808 and Neon Space. Well, Cody's got the most people, so let's go give them a raid. Keep it on the sandbox theme. If you don't know who Cody Zine are, that's Cody and Lawson. They're elite sandbox creators. They are serious business and really cool people. So say hi to them, drop them our regards, and see you on the next one.